Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, the boss here with another video for you guys for today. Today, guys, I figured I would do another first impressions video. If you guys didn't know, I actually put out a picture on Instagram the other day, which, by the way, if you want to follow me on a social media outside of YouTube, check out the Instagram handle in the description. You guys can go and follow me there if you wish. But, I actually put a picture out that I actually finally got my hands on an actual copy of the Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy, which is one of my favorite video games of all time. I'm so glad I finally got my hands on those remasters, because before I only played it once at a friend's house on the PS4. I don't currently own one, so I'm glad I got the Xbox One version, and I played each of the games a little bit last night. Not as in-depth as what I'm going to be casually playing for an actual in-depth review, because I will be doing an in-depth review probably later this week, but for today, I wanted to talk to you guys about my first impressions of this amazing game right off of my first experiences from last night. So let's just get started on the first impressions. I won't go too in-depth for in this video, simply because this is just what I've initially seen about the game and what I really like and really don't like too much. I will be, like I mentioned, I will be doing a more in-depth review later on this week where I actually review the game like I would like any of the other game reviews I've done besides the first impressions videos. But at the start of the game, let me say this. The game is so beautiful, guys. This game is amazing with the graphics department. Vicarious Visions, you did an amazing job, because frankly, the game looks, it's just popping. The amazing graphics in the game really highlights the Wumpa Islands. It really highlights the Time Twister setting in Crash 3. Crash 2, even the warp rooms look way more crisp and whatnot. And those are just simply warp rooms from Crash 2. The gateway to the levels. The levels are so poppy alive. They look so realistic. The colors look so amazing, especially considering Crash 1. The colors just look so more vibrant, and it looks like a rainforest that you go through with the beginning levels, and that's just so amazing with these games. The graphics have definitely been nailed in this department. Not really much for me to say on the story. I haven't really played in depth and seen all the other cutscenes and whatnot yet. Of course, I will go more in depth with that in the review. But from the cutscenes and whatnot that I've seen, they are actually beautifully animated. I've seen pretty much all the starting cutscenes for the games. Again, not all the other ones, but the starting ones look really good. The animations look really amazing, especially they look more fluid. Especially considering now this is the remastered version for the Sane Trilogy. And the voice acting is really good. I love the fact they brought back pretty much all the original voice actors from the original games, like Clancy Brown as Cortex, and I believe they brought back the actor. I'm not the voice actress. I'm not sure if she voiced Coco in the second game. I know she voiced her in later games, but it's good to know they have an original voice actor for that character as well. Aku, I have no idea, and Crash, there's not really much voice acting done with him. But the voice acting is really good. They brought back a lot of the original cast from the Crash games, which is really good. And yeah, the storytelling in this game is going really well, smoothly from what I've seen so far. And yeah, that's what I have to say on the stories right now. One other quick little thing that I would comment about this is definitely a major point that I know was a little bit controversial, I should say, I guess you could say, for the controls. The controls, a lot by people, were wonky in a lot of areas. I have seen reviews. I haven't played these certain levels for myself, but I heard levels like in Crash Warped with the jet ski with Coco, while amazing levels, were really bad for the controls. They were a lot more heavy than the original games. Now, I remember when I personally played it last year, I think it was last year when I played it last before I actually went and got it, the controls were pretty bad, especially compared to somebody who's played the originals multiple times, and I own copies of them, and I'm not planning on getting rid of them. They're amazing. But the controls really aren't that good in that sense for the jet ski, apparently. And as far as besides that specific control, the controls in general are really good. I really like the really nice weighty momentum of Crash or Coco, depending on who you're playing as. I've noticed something else too. I did play the Tiger level from Warped. It was a little bit iffy for me. Like, it's really fluid. It works really well. But the jump, the way the system has been tweaked compared to the Crash games is that the momentum carries more. Like, you'll have Crash jump, he'll spin like in midair and then land. Whereas in the other games, it happened like pretty much all at once. There's a bit more hang time in the air now with the controls. Now, are the controls different? Yeah, and I died purposely a couple times just so I can go through and complete the gems and whatnot, because the controls wouldn't really let me to do it. It kind of sucks in some areas, I'm not gonna lie, but for the most part, the controls are really good and I do like the new system. Maybe it's because I have to get used to it. I do understand that a lot of people have said you're going to have to get used to the controls if you play the old school Crash games. It is definitely different, and it's probably due to me not adjusting yet, but I have noticed in some areas that the controls just aren't as good. However, the controls are still amazing, they're still fluid, and for the most part, they are pretty good in this game, from what I've seen so far. And that is going to do it for my first impressions video today, guys. Overall, great first impressions for me. I am really impressed with this game, with the graphics, with the story, with the voice cast, with the controls and whatnot. Of course, this is just my first general overview, like I mentioned. I will be doing a more in-depth review of the game, pointing out certain specific things, and talking more in general about different aspects of the game, like the controls, like the gameplay, like, you know, the graphics, story, that kind of thing. So look out for that video later this week. But I hope you guys did enjoy my first impressions video of the Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. If you guys did enjoy today's video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new with that bell notification on to catch my future videos and future live streams here on the channel, if you do so wish. And comment down below what you guys thought of today's video, and if you want to do a small YouTuber interview, that's always still on the table, as well as let me know your thoughts on Crash Bandicoot if you guys have played the game, or if you guys are into the series. Just let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. But with all that in mind though, guys, thank you once again for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, bosses.